Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today I'm going to be creating this look using exclusively items in my pile of shame. Now when I say exclusively, I did cheat. I don't have a pile of shame for every item, but almost everything on my face is from my pile of shame from 2024. That means items I've bought and they've been sitting some since January of this year and I have yet to use them and yet to touch them, and it just needed to change. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe and I would love to have you back again on the channel to chat all things makeup in the comments. Let's go ahead and get into the video and show you the trials and tribulations that we went through to get to this final look. Alright, so even though the title is full face of things in my pile of shame, I'm not gonna lie, there are a couple things that I actually don't have a pile of shame for, which is actually a good thing. One of those is primer. So I did go ahead and put on the REM Beauty Blurring Primer as well as the REM Beauty Cooling Blurring Under Eye Balm. Both of those I got this year, but I have tried them before. I just don't have anything new that I haven't tried, which is good. I want a lot more categories like that in my collection. So the first thing we're going to start with is foundation in this video, and we're going to start with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. My sister-in-law loves this foundation. I did not need more foundation, you guys. I really didn't. But she's always raving about this. This is a hydrating foundation. And it happened to be on sale for $8 at Ulta. I got this very recently in August. So it's not old at all. It hasn't been sitting long. And this is a hyaluronic acid formula. I got mine in Fair 30N, so it was on clearance. So the shades were, you get what you get. I'm just going to shake up the bottle a little bit and hope that, what did I get, 30N Fair? Hope that that's not like too far off. At least they had N, because I feel like if something's a little too deep or a little too light, you can fix that more than if the undertone itself is off. And I do usually go for a neutral undertone. So I feel like that's actually not bad. I feel like that's a pretty good match, even though it's almost the end of summer. And I did do a fair bit of travel and things. I still didn't get that tan. I am more tan on my body than my face just because I do use tretinoin and do, you know, like exfoliate, and that will make your face not as tan as the rest of your body. But honestly, I mean, you can probably see once I have this blended out, it's not even like I need a darker foundation anyway to match my body because it's still pretty pale. But that's on SPF, so you know what? I'm not going to be ashamed about being pale because I protect my skin. This is a very liquidy formula, like it's very thin feeling, which I think I actually like a lot. I could just use my fingers this whole time, but I think I'm going to take a brush just to smooth out the rest of it completely. That looks really good. And I don't know if it looks really good in smoothing because of the formula, or I suspect it may have something to do with the blurring primer from REM Beauty. So maybe this is just a really good match, those two brands and formulas together, because this is looking really good. Wow, yeah, I think I can see why my sister-in-law liked that so much. Like, yeah, that's nice. That, I think that's a winner for $8. It says normally $16. And then I also have not really hoarded any concealers. So I also got in the same visit concealer. This is Fair 15W. I'm scared of the W, but they had that are cool, and I felt like warm was going to be better than cool. This one looked okay, and I got 15 because I thought, well, if I'm getting 30 for the foundation, I like a little bit of a lighter concealer. This was $4.50 instead of $9. So I didn't need another concealer either. In fact, in my last project panning update, I even said, I don't think I'll buy any concealers the rest of the year. Ha ha ha, aren't I so funny? Should have known, right? That was too bold of a statement. So we've got just a little, honestly, it looks like their lip oil. applicator and component. Like, let me get one real quick here. Do they literally just use the same thing and print something different on the outside? Because it looks exactly the same. Here, let me show you and take off the cap. I'm not joking right now. Like, here's the lip oil. Here's the concealer. Literal exact same size and shape, different color, literal exact same wand. And then when I show you the component here, tell me that's not the exact same thing. It literally is. They just print something different on the outside. That's kind of hilarious to me, but I guess kudos to them for being able to not have like a ton of different packagings. So let's just do a little of this. And this is the same Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic like matching concealer to the foundation. So they should play nicely together because it's literally supposed to be the same formula. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. I usually do let my concealers sit just because it gives it a little more coverage for me personally, I find. So I'm going to go off camera and do my brows. Nothing new here. I don't have any brow products I'm hoarding. I literally have like barely any brow products in my collection to begin with. So we'll be back to blend this out. Brows are done. I have really been liking blending out my concealer with this Refer 32 brush. So let's see how it's doing. I don't feel like the fact that it's a warm undertone is going to be a problem. Luckily, I will say. I think it looks okay. And it's going to match and be fine, even with it not being the same neutral undertone as the foundation. Yeah, I think that's some pretty nice coverage. A little brightness, but not crazy, not like white stark. Because I've definitely gone the opposite way too, where I've like flown a little too close to the sun and, you know, picked something really too light to brighten. And it ended up looking crazy because it was just like stark white and clearly not even kind of a skin color. That looks really good. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to use powder. I think I am going to use a little bit for this formula just to set things because it doesn't seem like it's going to completely dry down. And I also don't really hoard powders, you guys. I guess there's a few categories I'm doing okay in. I really need to do an updated inventory of my entire collection. It's been a little over a year since I counted every single piece of makeup in my collection. And if I remember right, I wanted to go down in basically every category but eyeshadow palettes. I knew that category wasn't going to go down. I just know myself, and I know that's like the category of makeup that I absolutely love, and I don't want to go down because it's just, I love playing with formulas and color, and yeah, it just was unrealistic for me. But everything else I wanted to go down, but I have not checked to see my progress of if it's actually gone down in any categories, or how it's really been the past year or so. So I do want to do that again to see like, okay, the fact that I don't have any new powders and stuff, did I stay exactly the same or have I actually used some up? Because I know I like report to you as I use some stuff up, but on like a cumulative level, cumulative, I think that's the word I'm looking for. I want to know how it's going overall, and like data, maybe nerd alert, data is like really interesting to me like that. I've been loving these sparkling waters, Waterloo. This one is Summer Berry. I am trying to cut back on popping things. And like, it's not like I'm above regular water, but this just makes me feel like I'm having a little something without the calories, and I still get like the carbonation. It's kind of LaCroix tasting. So if you don't like that, you're not gonna like this. I know some people are like, ew, that's disgusting. It's like club soda, but I like it as a soda substitute. So for the longest time I was working on the Wet n Wild bronzer. I'll leave linked my project planning to pan 24 items in 2024. I used up that bronzer completely, and I actually, you guys will see coming up pretty soon in my August monthly ranking, I completely used up this bronzer to the e.l.f. one. So I've been going through the bronzers. I don't know who I am, but I have been. So this one's brand new. Powder bronzer. Have never used it. Jacqueline Cosmetics Sunbathe and Skinny Dip. And this is one of the items that inspired this video because I got this in January when the brand was like closing, going away. Everything in Ulta was discounted from this brand because they weren't going to carry it anymore. So the fact that I bought this in January, and today is September 1st, I'm filming this the day it's going up, and I haven't touched it once. That to me, I'm like, okay, that's a problem. You shouldn't be buying something and not using it for 8 months. Why? Like, why? Because it was a sale. I guess is my justification, but we're going to use it today. I do really like the scent on this, I will say. Maybe you would be able to get this on like Poshmark or Mercari or someplace. I don't know. I know a couple of these items you can't get, so I apologize about that. But for some of the makeup I own, maybe you're like this too, let me know. Some of the makeup I own, you can't get anymore because I don't buy some of the stuff until it's like last call, we're not selling this anymore. Because usually that's when there's a discount on it, is when they're trying to clear out their inventory. So then I don't like talk about a lot of this stuff with you guys because you can't get it anymore. But for me, that's when it makes the most sense as a consumer and someone who doesn't just get PR to purchase it for use, if that makes sense. So it's like this cycle of like saving money because I don't get PR, but also then having things you can't buy anymore and being like, well, shoot, do I even really want to talk about that because people can't even get it. You can use it if you have it or try to find it, like I said, on like a Poshmark or a Mercari kind of secondhand site. But that just leaves so much makeup in my collection that if it's like this, is good. That I feel like I'm avoiding and not using that much because then I'll have to talk about something you guys can't get. Does it really bother you guys that much? I mean, I feel like when other people do it, because I have seen people sneak things in here or there, I don't mind it if it's just 1 or 2 things here or there. It's not like a whole video of stuff I can't get. And I don't know, I feel like some stuff, it's okay to buy used. You know, you can go on Mercari and get some of this stuff. Or sometimes it's just fine. If there's one that got away, you can't own everything, right? This is building really nicely. I like that I can build it, and it was really like a, I don't want to call it sheer because that makes it sound like there's no pigment to it, but you could go light if you wanted to, or you could layer it up, and I like that you have the option to do either. This is really pretty, and I also feel like this is really smoothing, but I'm still wondering because I have used that Rem Beauty blurring primer before, but not extensively, so I'm like, is it the products? Is it the foundation? Is it the bronzer? Or is it the primer? I need to use this stuff again with a different primer because I'm looking way smoother than normal, and I need to know because I might be having to get that blurring primer again if this is how smooth I am with it. I really like it. This is great. I have no bad things to say. I mean, it's good. It looks amazing. I like the smell. I like that it's buildable. I feel like this will last me a while. It's not annoyingly small like the e.l.f. one I finished up where I feel like I can't even fit my brush into it. Yeah, like no notes. I don't know what to say. Why did I wait till now to try this when I got this in January? I mean, the real answer is I was finishing other products up first. Like I said, I had 2 other bronzers that I finished before I got to this. So it was just kind of sitting, waiting in line. And I only got it that long ago because it was on sale. But here we are now, and we're using it, and it's lovely. Now, we could totally mess stuff up here because I have a blush I want to use, also from KAITLYNF Cosmetics, the same order, because I basically went back in my low buy list that I keep track of what I purchased to try to not go overboard with new purchases, and went, okay, what I buy in January that I haven't used yet, and these 2 KAITLYNF things were the oldest things that I bought this year that I haven't used. And then I just tried to fill in categories. Like foundation, I didn't have an older one earlier in the year. I just bought this, and this is like the only foundation I've bought and haven't used this year. So that was kind of how I came up with these items. But this one is the KAITLYNF Cosmetics Plush Blush Blurring Cheek Tint. More blurring. I'm going to be auto-tuned? Face-tuned. I'm old, you guys. I'm 33. Sorry. Blush Peach. I'm kind of scared because we've done powder. But it's fine. It's going to be okay. We can do this, right, team? Guess I'm going to use this e.l.f. putty blush, this like kind of stippling blush maybe to blend it out. I'm just gonna do like a dot or two because I'm a little scared. I'm not super experienced with this kind of a liquid blush. I'm experienced with cream blush. Oh boy, but not liquid blush. Oh boy. Oh boy, did we bite off more than we can chew? Perhaps. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Okay, so this one, I do feel like you maybe want to do one cheek at a time, because what I'm finding is there's kind of like limited playtime. Like it's drying down, and then once it's dried in place, it's hard to move around and blend after that. So it's good news, it feels completely dry and not sticky. It's not really glossy. Bad news, I have some unblended areas because it dried before I got to it. So it's the good news and the bad news on this product. But I think that could just be like user error and me not really knowing the proper way to work with it. So I think I may just go over this with a powder blush later on to try to like mask that bit of mistake. Yeah, let me in fact go with my bronzer blush a little just to see if I can like diffuse the situation a little, because it is a bit harsh in some areas and that's gonna bother me. I'm using a little translucent powder too to try to blend it out a little. Okay, well, that was a journey. It's fine. It's not bad. It's not my best blush application for sure, but I'm gonna try not to hate on it too much because I think that was a me thing. Maybe I'll do better next time. I'm just, like I said, don't think I've ever used a liquid blush before, only cream or powder, so, or like a balm, but not straight up liquids. So it is what it is, and we're gonna move on to the eyes. So this guy has been holding on for dear life, but it's almost gone, and I don't have another eye primer after that. So the final Colourpop item I got on sale for $5 instead of $10 was this translucent party proof eyeshadow primer from Colourpop. Don't know how we'll feel about it, but you know, it's a $5 investment, so I feel like, okay, what do we have to lose? Not too much, right? So get a little bit. This is such a weird paddle. It's like fuzzy, very strange. It's interesting, and the formula is very like moussey feeling. That's different. Okay, I guess as long as it elongates the shadows and prevents creasing, that's pretty much what I'm looking for here. Okay, I think we've got that all blended out. Now, the eyeshadow palette that is the oldest one that I bought, that's in my pile of shame this calendar year and I haven't used, is from Kosmetics. It's the Indigo ink palette. They said they were not going to be selling this one anymore, so I bought it in January and was like, oh, I've been wanting that one. It's gone. But I haven't used it still this whole time. So here's the beautiful artwork. Menagerie's artwork. Next tier, next level. Love it so much. Here is the color story on the inside. It's kind of weird, right? But in a good way. Like, I love it. I don't know what I want to do. I really don't. I feel like I need, I don't know, maybe the red to start with. Let's start there on the outer corner and see if inspiration strikes as we go here. So this is Pygmy. What do you guys think about Menagerie? Have you heard of them? I feel like they used to be a lot more well-known. I feel like they have, I mean, they still have new drops. I was gonna say they've slowed down quite a bit, but they still do drops, but it's just like, I don't know, I don't feel interested in a lot of their newer products. And I'm not trying to be shady or not support them, anything like that. Obviously, I'm showing you their product, one of them on my channel right now, but I just personally have not been interested I don't know what it is. I can't explain to you. In their eyeshadow, the color stories have just been like, okay, all right. Like, I think this one that I'm using now is the last one that I was really, I don't know, intrigued by. They're also doing this like weird thing right now where they're like, ooh, oh, we'll give you an affiliate code if you buy products from us, which is always weird to me to like pay for an affiliate code, where I'm like, I even spoke to someone there that's like helping with their influencer program, and was like, why do I have to buy more products to get an affiliate code? Like, I already have your products, and I get this one's discontinued, but like, I have products you currently still make and sell. Why can't I just talk about those products? You want me to literally spend money in exchange to get a code and sign up for this program. And they were like, oh, you can use products that you currently have and advertise them. I'm like, well, yeah, but how do I get a code to do that and like to promote, to be like an affiliate? If you're not aware, affiliate is like a code that the buyer gets a discount, but also like whoever promoted and has the code gets like a kickback. Usually it's like 10%, you know, a small kickback for promoting. And crickets. I got no answers. So I feel a little weird about the brand right now. Either way, this is the most old product, you know, that I bought in January of this year that's been sitting in my pile of shame. And maybe I've subconsciously avoided it because of all that weirdness. I don't know. That was ink blot that I just used to kind of like deepen up a little bit. And I'm just going to blend again with the first brush and pick me the red, because I don't want to lose the red. But I wanted a little more dimension to things out there. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I don't think I want purple on the lid. What color do we use? I wish there was a red shimmer. We've got like blue, green, a swampy green, purple, or this one's like greeny peachy looking. I'm kind of gravitating towards that one. Let's try that one. It's called Shell Yeah. This one right here. So I use these two mattes, which are giving me Melt Morte vibes, I realize now. And I think I'm going to use this shimmer next on the rest of the lid. See, that's pretty. I've been avoiding this palette, you guys. Use stuff in your makeup pile of shame. I know it's like you focus on using stuff up, which is fine if you're literally buying nothing. But if you're buying new things, like, that's gorgeous. I love that. And I'm kind of sad I haven't been using this. Wow. That's really cool. I feel like it's an unexpected combo, but it goes. I really like that. I haven't worn anything for an eye look like this in a very long time. A very long time. I've been kind of a neutral Nelly. This is just the makeup therapy session I needed. Wow. Wow! I really love this, you guys. I think that might be like it for the eye look for me, to be honest. Like 3 shades. It's simple, but I feel like it's still super impactful. And once we get the mascara on, it always looks better. It always looks like more normal once you get everything on. The other thing I'm not really hoarding is mascaras. There are no mascaras that I've bought this year that I haven't used. So I'm just going to use my Essence Lash Princess that I've been using for literal months, trying to use up. She's still going strong. And then we'll be back to pick out and use some lip products that I bought and haven't tried before. All right, here we are with mascara. I also went ahead and put on some setting spray because I had to use so much powder to try to like fix the blush situation that I was feeling and looking a little dry. So this one will save you. My favorite, not a new one, not one in my pile of shame, but it'll fix a lot for you. Yeah, I feel like this look could probably benefit from a falsie, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't be bothered today. I just can't be bothered today. I know that sounds silly to be like, I spent this whole time, I can be bothered to do literally this whole full face of makeup, but the lash is where I draw the line. But if you get it, you get it. Let me know in the comments. Lip liners. I got a bunch of lip liners. Also in August, I think it was, just recently from Give Me Glow. They were $1 each. So I have a lot of shades I haven't tried. In fact, Dirty Pumpkin's the only shade I have tried. And I think I'm going to go with more of a brown lip that's kind of warm. So I think this one looks like it might be the winner here for today. We're going to go with the one in shade Cinnamon Bun. I'm literally dropping caps and things everywhere. Excuse me. Ooh, that's pretty. It's kind of like a neutral color, like not too warm, not too cool. I like these a lot too because you can twist the bottom and they're retractable. Do you like to overline the top of my lips a little? Just like that. I try to just like keep it the same on the outside and just by like the Cupid's bow overlined a little bit. And lipstick. Okay, so I had a couple here from the Dreamer collection from Unearthly Cosmetics. I haven't used, there's like 3 lipsticks in this collection I haven't used yet. I've used everything but the 3 lipsticks. So let's see, what color do I want? I think I'm going to use Dreamer today, which means I'll still have 2 lipsticks in the collection I've never used, but it's progress. This one's in shade Dreamer, and it is more of like a brown lip. So let's try it. I like the formula of this. I have tried one of them. That matches like almost identically to the lip liner. I think it might be a little more cool toned than the liner, but they really match well. I feel like this is great as a look too. Wow, that's a good lipstick. Very creamy, very easily to apply. They're not like liquid lipsticks, you know, they're not transfer proof, but wow, what do we think, guys? I think this is the final look. I'm still not super happy with the cheek situation, the blend on the highlighter, so I'm going to take a little bit of a highlighter. This one is from Maybelline. It's the Master Chrome. I've been trying to get rid of it, use it up. I'm just going to put a little bit of that, I think, on the cheeks as well, since that was not like a glowy blush formula, and hope that the glow of it all might also help blend some things out, or at least like draw the eye in a different way. You know what I mean? There, yeah, I think that helped the glow to blend maybe a little bit. So yeah, guys, those are all of the products from my pile of shame. What the heck have I been doing not using these? I don't know, because I love this look. I think the only product that I'm a little about is the liquid blush again, but I truly think it was me. I do. And I like the color of it, that peachy color. So we're going to have to try it again. But this is a fun September kind of fall look, I think. So thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end. Side note, unrelated, I am doing a giveaway right now. So I'm going to link the video. If you have not entered my giveaway, you have a week to do so. And yeah, I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!